What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. If we have not yet met, my name is Johnny Nitafan. I'm a life insurance agent, and in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you and breaking down with you why you're literally stopping 6 feet from gold. Like, this is your sign. This is your time to take action now. And I want to really break down the concept of letting your habits compound over time so you can see success and you can see the rewards ultimately that you want to see in your life for you, your family, your future, and the future to come, right? Because the reality is right now you're probably stopping 6 feet away from gold. You're probably stopping right away from where the rewards are. And this really was prompted because I was at church a few days ago and I was thinking about this concept, and the guy who was preaching was like, what if we did the basics over and over and over again and we let them compound? Imagine the transformation that we'd actually have in our lives and our relationship with God. And I was thinking about it, and this principle is so good for not only that, growing in spiritual life, but also growing financially, growing your business, growing in your personal life, whatever you want to accomplish. It all starts with something small. And it's crazy because Jesus says, have faith like a mustard seed. Like, mustard seeds are tiny, right? But having faith super small and starting with the super small things that literally don't even seem like they actually matter at the end of the day, but starting with the little small things and allowing them to expand over time, that as you continue to do that over and over and over again, you're able to see the results. So what does that look like for you? What does that look like for you right now? You might be struggling right now making money, but I know you right now are wanting to invest in yourself, in your future, in your family's future, in your education. And so that's why I'm really breaking this concept down, because if you can grow your mind and become the person that has the multi-million-dollar business that you desire, you will have that, and that'll follow. But it all starts with your habits. Your daily habits are absolutely crucial, because the small things, the things that don't even seem like they matter in the long run, right? So when you're wanting the compounding effect in your life and in your business, and especially being able to make $20,000 to $30,000 a month right away, there's on the curve, right? We think that it's going to be parallel. The more we put in, the more that we're going to get out, which, hey, could be right. And there's unicorns out there that right when they start something, all of a sudden they're profitable. All of a sudden they're making money. But the reality is it's typically not the way that we want. So imagine a graph right here, like a graph, and our results, we think it's going to be parallel. But the reality is we actually start and it's under what we think. It's under average. It's under what we're thinking. And that discourages us a lot. And how do you get past the valley of despair? How do we get past that? Because you might be coming in right now and you're like, dude, life insurance is the best industry in the world. It makes most millionaires. Dude, I'm going to be making $30,000 a month. I'm finally going to have financial freedom. And dude, it's totally possible and it's totally reasonable for you to do that. But it's going to be harder than you think it's going to be, and it's going to take longer than you think it's going to be, because for you, if you have no skills, if you have no self-development experience, if you have no abilities to how to run a business, you're probably not going to be making $20,000 to $30,000 a month right off the rip. And so that causes a value of despair, because then you might have already had this in other opportunities and other business ventures that you come in super excited, dude, it's the best thing ever. And all of a sudden you hit that value of despair, you get a chargeback, you don't make the sales that you think, or you get hit with more objections than you think, you have to dial more than you thought you did. And you even do those things, but your bank account still doesn't reflect it, or doesn't reflect the work that you're putting in. Your business isn't where you want it to be. And that's when you're falling into the valley of despair. And then in this point, there's a couple things that happen. Typically what happens is we look and we see another opportunity, and we see, this is what shiny object syndrome is. And I fell into this a lot, and this is why I'm so passionate about it. But I'll get back to that in a second. But the valley of despair, the next thing that happens is you think, hey, maybe drop shipping is going to be the thing. Maybe solar is going to be the thing. Maybe pest control is going to be the thing. Maybe real estate's the thing. Maybe X, Y, Z, you fill in the blank, whatever it is, that's going to be the thing. And it's not. The opportunity that you're in, or the opportunity you're looking at right now, is literally the same exact thing as it is right now is the same opportunity. All opportunities are pretty much the same. They're almost all created equal because they're all going to have some hard stuff. They're all going to be really challenging. It's all going to take longer than you think it's going to. But if you stay in there, if you continue staying in there, staying motivated, staying inspired, building habits that compound over time, then you start seeing an exponential curve. And so you have to see it through. It's not linear, right? Your progress in the business is not linear because you have to learn how to market. You have to learn how to overcome objections. You have to learn how to open up the call and have an intro and have like a really strong intro so you keep people on the phone. And you have to have all these micro skills that help create you, like help give you the skill to make money. So if you're not where you want to be right now, let it compound, right? Let it compound so that it's not like this. It literally starts going, yeah, you might hit the valley of despair and all of a sudden you shoot up. And once your habits, they compound over time, the activity that you're putting in, the leads that you're generating, your pipeline, it continues to compound on itself so that you have more success and it comes faster than you think that it would. And so wherever you're at right now, like this is, I'll give you an example. For me, when I got in the industry, I thought I was going to be making $20,000 to $30,000 a month right away. Like I literally thought that. And so I wasn't afraid to swipe my credit card. I wasn't afraid to drop a ton of money on leads and investing. And I was like, dude, if this can help me get to making 10, 15, 20,000 a month, I'm doing whatever you say. As long as it's ethical, I don't even care what you say. If you say jump, I'm going to say how far. If you say jump or run, I'm going to say how fast and high. Right. And so I did that. But then all of a sudden, I started not seeing the results that I wanted. I started not seeing the success that I wanted. I wasn't seeing the profits that I wanted in my business. And so wherever, like in that time, I was like, maybe I need to go into real estate. Maybe I need to go into drop shipping. Maybe I need to go into pest control. Maybe I just am not fit for this. Maybe I need to go to get another job and try to work up corporate. But every ounce inside of me was like, dude, that's not it. That's not the way to go. That's not going to produce what I need it to. And so what I did at that point was stuck my feet in. And I was like, dude, right now where I'm at, I've already paid off half the ignorance debt or a quarter of the ignorance that I need to be able to make $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 a month. You know, it's cool. In that moment, it switched. And I was like, dude, I've been in here for 9 months. I can keep going. If I keep going, I'm right on the edge. I just need to maybe add one other skill, one other little component to my business so I can succeed. And what ended up happening was I went $15,000 in debt, right? Like straight broke, maxing out credit cards, not sure how I was going to pay for things, to all of a sudden that next month, boom, paid off all my credit cards in 3 weeks. I was like, what the heck? Then after that, was able to start building an online presence. And like you guys have probably seen and me document the journey. If you haven't already, go check out those videos because I started with my phone on and I was just like making videos like this, talking. And so where you're at right now, like stay the course, stay focused, stay in it, stay there so you can see once you get out of the valley of despair and you choose not to quit, right? Maybe you're like, you think you're supposed to be here. Maybe you're here. And all of a sudden, you start just compounding and exponentially growing on top of yourself and growing and growing and growing and growing and growing. And all of a sudden, you're like, dude, I'm doing this. It feels like I'm doing the same exact things as I was before, but I'm getting the results. I have a client of mine that he came into the program, never sold anything before. He came into the community, my coaching program, and he never sold a policy ever in his life. He never even sold anything. He came straight out of the Army. Came in, didn't sell anything for 3 weeks. And all of a sudden, I think the 4th week or 5th week, something like that, boom. He makes 2 sales in a day. Next day, he makes a sale. I mean, just the other day, he made another 2 sales in one day. It's like, what the heck? But that's what happens when you allow the activity to compound on itself, the habits, the skills, the character traits, the things that you're building towards, your pipeline as well. It starts compounding on itself and you have follow-ups and you have people randomly hitting, and all of a sudden you make $5,000, $10,000 in a day. You're like, what the heck? I just wasn't making money. I was just broke. But now all of a sudden, dude, I made $20,000 profit this month. I spent $1,500 on leads and I made $23,000 back. That is because you stayed in the game. That is because you allowed the compounding effect of your business to grow. So for you right now, think about the outputs that you want and make daily input commitments and have an accountability partner. Have people in your community. If you don't have one, I have one. We're like, this is what we're doing every single day is we're helping people stay accountable, because the reality is you probably know exactly what you need to do to be successful, but you're not. So you need the accountability. You need somebody holding your hand step by step to help you get to where you want to go, because you can't do it alone. So have outside accountability, stay true to your commitments, and also stay true to yourself. Hold yourself accountable. Put a spreadsheet up and say, hey, I'm going to make $350. I'm going to do 5 presentations, or I'm going to make 2 sales every single day, and check it off every single day if you did it. And I guarantee if you do that for 6-12 months straight, you're going to be in a way better spot financially, emotionally, relational. Like your life is going to be better because you commit to those daily processes, because it's not easy. It's doing the boring work consecutively, but that compounding effect happens when you do the boring work consistently over and over and over and over and over again, and you don't stop coming, and you don't stop yourself, and you just continue going day after day after day. That's why I have this saying, brick by brick, because putting 1 brick up, it's like, dude, that's not significant. But when you put up 100 bricks, when you do 100 days straight, when you do it 300 days straight, I mean, if you do something and build a habit and get 1% better every single day, you 3.6x. Like, that's huge, especially in business, in life, in personal, whatever aspect of your life that you want to grow in. Think about that you can literally compound your growth. And once you learn one thing and you learn another thing, like sales and marketing, sales will take you to $100,000 or a couple $100,000. But sales and learning how to decently market could take you to high 6 figures, mid 7 figures. Learning how to manage a team will take you to 7 figures and beyond on top of those. So see the compounding effect itself. It feels like a small thing, but when you start compounding the habits and the skills and the character traits and the beliefs, dude, you're unstoppable. So I want to encourage you that if you are in your valley of despair right now, don't give up. You're about to quit 6 inches away from gold. You're right there. And if the other opportunity that you're thinking about, other agency, whatever, they have its valley of despair too. And they're probably not marketing, they're probably not saying it, but there's another valley of despair on the other side too. So stay in the game, keep going. I believe in you. Keep going. If you need anything, let me know. You know where to find me. See you guys in the next video. Peace.